Libra, you are up for the January Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, so this is the general reading. The love reading will be coming in a week or so, and then the money reading will follow that a week or so afterwards. And I'm doing collective readings regularly now. So whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's go ahead and hop into the reading. May I have the energy for Libra for January? May I have the energy of Libra for January? May I have the energy of Libra for January? What is it that Libra needs to hear? What is it that Libra needs to hear? What is it that Libra needs to hear? Thank you. Woo. Okay, fell down. Get this right quick. This came out for somebody else. I forgot who. Boss, play. So, get some playtime in. Talk to your inner child. Figure out what you want to do. But yeah, play. So, don't get too caught up in work in January. And now I'm hearing stuff in my head. Okay. So, for some of you, when you start January, don't be overly obsessed. It's okay to be obsessed about something if you have a goal. But don't be overly obsessed with something where you're coming into the new year, because obviously January is the new year, at least here in the West. So you're coming into the new year and you're like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. Don't have time to play. I have to focus. Okay, great. Be focused. Just don't overdo it. Don't over obsess. You have to get in some playtime for yourself. And by playtime, I'm not saying that you have to take 5 or 6 hours out a day to play or do this or do that. Playtime can be, you just take 15 minutes and go play a video game. Or you take 15 minutes and go for a walk or whatever. Something that brings you pleasure and takes you out of the grind for a minute so you can recalibrate and then jump back in and do whatever you need to do. That's what this is talking about. So don't be overly obsessed with work. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the reading right quick. May I have the energy for Libra for January? May I have the energy for Libra for January? May I have the energy for Libra for January? What is it that Libra needs to hear? What is it that Libra needs to hear? Something's telling me to take this one. What is it that Libra needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Whoop, that jumped out. Okay, somebody's getting wish fulfillment. Wow. Okay. Very passionate. Going after your dreams. Also, you're rejecting offers of people. You're removing inconsistent people from your life is what you're doing. If they're not consistent, you don't want any parts of it. I'll explain it in a second. I'm waiting for it. Thank you, whatever these cards are, because they just turned over. How many is this? Like, hold on. What's happening here? Okay, so 3 cards turned over. Yeah. You don't have time for immature energy. Like, if people I'm getting the vibe, if people don't know their life's purpose, then you just don't have time for it. Okay, what card did I set to the side? Makes sense. Victory. That was the card I set. So, I didn't know what it was. Something told me to take it, so I set it to the side. It's victory. 6 of Wands. And the reason you're going to get victory, and again, you're focused on victory too. Now, this is the thing. Don't forget about this. You have to take time out for you. You have to take time to play. You have to take time to decompress and do all of that. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, which is your energy. So you're being very selective about who you let into your energy. Because first card that came out is the 9 of Cups. Water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, wish fulfillment. The next card that came out is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy. So I feel that you do have passion, but also on the other side of the Knight of Wands can be inconsistent at times. So the Page of Cups came out reversed. This is letting me know you refuse to entertain inconsistent energy. This doesn't have to be about romance. This can just be in general. If people, for example, if you have people who say they care about you and so on and so forth, but they only call you once every 3 months, it's kind of like, and not saying you have to talk to somebody every day, because I don't talk to anyone every day, not even my mother. So yeah, it's all good. But again, you know the energy. You know who rocks with you and you know who doesn't rock with you. That's what I'm saying. And if you feel that someone isn't on your side and they're not being consistent with giving you what you need in this friendship, relationship, familyship, or whatever you want to call it, then you're going to be in Queen of Swords energy where you're cutting them out. You're like, nope, I'm good. That's that energy. Because I feel you've learned something with the World card. You've learned who to trust and who not to trust. And the reason I'm saying that, if you notice here, this thing around her is showing like a snake. I don't know if any of you know if the coral snake is poisonous. And there's another snake that looks similar to it or whatever. But the way you tell them apart is by the rhyme. It's like, red touching black is a friend to Jack. Red touching yellow may kill a fellow. And if you see here on this one, you see the red is touching the yellow. So that's saying that this can be dangerous. I feel like your intuition now is a little bit heightened. And now you kind of know, okay, this isn't good for me. Okay, well, this is good for me. Like, you can tell the difference now. Like, this is what I'm getting. And also, some of you are becoming more confident, too, with Queen of Wands energy. Is what you're doing. Going back to the World card in Queen of Wands energy, because you're more confident, that draws in more attention, which is World card energy as well. So that draws in more attention. Now, some people might be spying, or you might be spying on them, or you could just be gathering information. This is Page of Swords energy. But also, again, you're not dealing with immature energy. Page of Swords can be kind of immature at times. So if you feel someone isn't in a mature energy like a Queen of Swords or a King of Swords, then you just may not be entertaining it at all. I really feel that. But the main message is, don't forget to play. Because you already have the victory, or you're going to get the victory. Don't forget to play. All right, so that is the message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Libra, be blessed.